Welcome to Barcelona for the first round of the 2021 Michelin Le Mans Cup. For this 6th edition's opener, we have a grid of 31 cars made up of LMP3s and GT3s. As a springboard into endurance racing, the championship features young and gentleman drivers accompanied by more experienced teammates. The question is, who will be able to challenge DKR Engineering, 4 times LMP3 champions and number 8 Iron Lynx GT3 title holders? Fasten your seatbelts, let's get the party started.
After the season opener at the Circuit de Catalunya, the 2021 Michelin Le Mans Cup will visit Le Castellet in June and then head to Italy's Temple of Speed, Monza, in July. Preparations then for the Road to Le Mans, the curtain raiser for the 24 Hours of Le Mans, that'll be in August. A date with Spa comes in September, and the season finale will be in October at Portimao. A new regulation has been introduced this season to identify bronze-rated drivers who can post times as quick as those set by silvers. A time penalty will be added to the bronze plus drivers' pit stops to help level the playing field.
I have to say they were incredibly well written. When I read them, I couldn't find any fault. The whole idea of having pro bronzes is not really in the spirit of the season, so they've very eloquently described how to avoid that. I think everybody enjoys the Pro-Am. In particular, in qualifying, you want to race competitively against your equals. I wish I was 30, but I'm not. I would just thank the ACO for leveling things up, basically.
The dominant force in GT3 last season, Rino Mastronardi, returns to defend his title, but with a new teammate, Paolo Ruberti. Ferrari's 488 has shone for the last 3 seasons in the colours of Kessel Racing and then Iron Lynx.
We have a car that we are looking to win the championship, so I'm really happy to join the team for the Le Mans Cup. The competition will be very hard. I work a lot with the Ferrari. The Iron Lynx family is a very nice team, very good one. Competitors are good, the Porsche especially, I think is our biggest competitor, so we'll try to do our best.
In the Porsche Centrum Oberzurichsee by TFT Porsche, third in last year's championship, Nicholas Leutwiler continues to share with Porsche young professional Julian Andlauer.
Another year with him, another season, so we're very happy to have him back in the family. He's a very welcomed addition, not only in the car but also out of the car, as we are all here not just for racing but also to have a good time. We're not coming here to participate only, but we would obviously like to race and win.
The 10Q Racing team joins the series this season with a Mercedes AMG, and they have high ambitions.
I was entering the racing just because of watching 24 Hours of Le Mans. It was always my dream to do something in the Le Mans Cup, and it's a good preparation for what I want to do in the future, because it's still my youth dream. A lot of excitement, because yeah, you wait so long for the season to be started. So I'm really hoping that we stay out of trouble, that we make a good result, and yeah, maybe some podium or something like that.
Two promising youngsters will race in the Michelin Le Mans Cup this season. Frenchwoman Dorian Pan is 17 and the FIA Girls on Track Rising Stars Shootout finalist. German Finn Gersitz is 16. He becomes the youngest driver in the history of the series.
Formula One. I would choose the Le Mans 24 hours. Timo Bernhard, because he also drove the 24 hours and he had a good career.
Charles Leclerc, of course.
I prefer Instagram. There are a lot of more posts also for racing and more opportunities.
Instagram. There are more famous people to follow, and it's possible to share some pictures and videos. It's funny, but I think it will be very interesting because they are more experienced in track.
It's not really funny because they have a lot of experience, and of course it's a strong competitive field, so it will be not easy this weekend and the whole season. My goal is to get some really good results all over the season and to land on the podium at the end of the season.
The win, of course, and take the maximum of pleasure with the team and my teammates.
In LMP3, DKR Engineering are undefeated, but they start a new cycle with 2 new drivers. The biggest challenge for them then will be a complete driver change in their lineup for the season, which may reduce their title chances.
It is such an honor and privilege to be racing with DKR Racing. They do such a professional job, and they're clearly the fastest team out there. So now it's my duty to perform to my maximum so that we can bring them the results that they deserve. It's has always been an aspiration of mine, a goal to race these storied tracks of Europe. I'm doing 3 races this season and the full series back in the United States. Perhaps next year I race full-time Europe.
As ever, the competition will be intense. Cool Racing finished 4th last year and they are bound to be title contenders again.
It's awesome. It's great to be back. I've been thinking about it since Portimao. Can't wait to get started. Hopefully we continue to improve and have a fun time and have some good races. It'll be fun to see how everything shakes out. Most of the time I'm racing against myself and battling my problems, not other people's problems.
Black Falcon as a team, and also we as drivers are looking for a new challenge. The LMP sport is booming now with all the factories going back to Le Mans, which is fantastic. And LMP3 is also a new chance. For that reason, we decided to do it. And the plan is to come with more cars over the year. We are happy to be here. We know that the level is quite high, and still we are ambitious. Our goal is mainly to learn fast now.
I'm really happy to be the pole sitter. It was really important to me. With such a strong field in the Michelin Le Mans Cup, it's a great advantage to start at the front. My target's to build a gap over our rivals behind and hand the car to Josh in first place. Cool Racing's such a good team. They've been guiding me well. I'm really enjoying this moment because it's an honour to start from pole. I'm very happy with my performance.
We wanted to make sure that the car was good enough to start again with pole position and hopefully the first victory of the season. There's always a little bit of pressure, of course. No one wants to make mistakes during the race. For us, it's always at the beginning, especially of the race, usually because the last prototype of the grid are pretty much have the same speed as us. So we have to always trying to find a space between them and the competitor of the GT3 class behind me. Last year we finished very well. Let's do the same this year.
30 cars make their way around for the start. No start though for the French youngster Dorian Pin. Her second Iron Lynx Ferrari had a mechanical problem. The red lights are on here in the Circuit de Catalunya and the season is underway. The first race start of the new year. Antoine Decaen for Cool Racing down the inside to try and hold the lead. German teenager Finn Gersitz tries to go the long way round the outside and a spinner behind from third place. That's Torsten Kratz. Everybody avoids him just about, but about half a dozen cars having to take avoiding action. It's always frustrating to lose ground in the first corner, but it can be much worse in the last corner of the race. So everybody now needs to settle down a little.
Good job, Mo. Make a start. Focus ahead. Hit your marks.
That's Cool Racing to the third place car. That's Mo Smith. The American driver started 7th, avoided the drama in turn 1, and there he is, third place. Cool Racing running first and third. Change in GT3, Nicholas Leutwiler in the Porsche ahead of champion Rino Mastronardi, the pole sitter. Take a look again as they hit the rolling start here. Don't forget it's a right-left at the end of the straight here in Barcelona. And our poleman hanging on to his position under pressure from the youngster. Antoine Decaen holds on, but unfortunately Torsten Kratz does not. Here's our lead battle then. Antoine Decaen, the pole sitter for Cool Racing, and right behind 16-year-old Finn Gersitz in the Phoenix Racing entry. He'll be back at school on Monday. I wonder what his classmates are doing this weekend. Not making their international sports car debut, perhaps. Battle for third place in GT3. Wim Spinoy, the Belgian, in the 10Q Racing Mercedes ahead of Ken Abe, the Japanese driver, losing third place in that 51 AF Corsa Ferrari. Rino Mastronardi, the champion for Iron Lynx last year, right behind Nicholas Leutwiler as they work their way through traffic. This is the lead battle in GT3. So will the Porsche nurse its tyres better here than the Ferrari? That might be key. Replay here of a change for 7th place. Tony Wells for Nielsen trying to hold off Julian Jerby, but the Spaniard goes all the long way around the outside in turn 1, grabs the spot. Oh, trouble for United. That's the 32 car, and that is Daniel Schneider backed off in the wall. Tony Wells trying to defend 8th place here against Black Falcon's Donar Munding, but the German goes down the inside into turn 1, a classic pass. And Daniel Schneider back in the United Autosports garage. The body language of the mechanics says race over, I think, for that. Little less drama here in this battle, at least a little less damage. Rino Mastronardi, the number 8 Iron Lynx Ferrari, the reigning champion, pushing hard up behind Nicholas Leutwiler. The Porsche Centrum Oberzürichsee by TFT 911 holding on, but there's more trouble. That's DKR's number 3 championship winning car, and American driver John Brownson has gone off backwards.
Safety car, we are under safety car. Leader, slow down, we are under safety car. Leader, slow down, we are under safety car.
Race director Eduardo Freitas bringing the race under control. Just 20 minutes in, the safety car is out. And in the pits is our first caller. This is Rob Hodes with Team Virage. He's raced previously with United and with Nielsen. And there is the number 3 car. Doesn't look really badly damaged, but it will be a long trip back to the pits. Rear bodywork off. DKR mechanics getting rid of the gravel around the gearbox. This is not going to be a short stop though.
Safety in the pits. We have green flags out there. We have green flags out there.
Back to green flag racing. 90 minutes to the 2 hours remain, and look at the gap between Rino Mastronardi and Nicholas Leutwiler. Both have got their pro drivers to come in the second part of the race. Both would love to hand over the car in the lead, and Rino Mastronardi takes advantage of the Ferrari's get up and go at the restart to grab the lead that he took in qualifying. Meanwhile, battle on behind. Donar Munding now attacking down the inside. Squeezes by Mike Benham in the RLR M Sport car. That's a change for 4th place. Gunnar Munding in the Black Falcon car is having a great start to his campaign. And here he comes again now, all over the back of Maurice Smith, down the inside. And he goes by the Cool Racing car. That is a change for third. And Mike Benham for RLR M Sport is right there as well. Here's our race leader though. Antoine Dauquin has a 4-second lead over Finn Gesitz. And that's not bad considering they were almost nose to tail behind the safety car. So the leader has pulled away. Oh, and that is Mulner Motorsports' Erwan Kreid. And that looks like a big one. What happens here? He's going to run out wide, drop off the outside of the curb. See, the car bottoms out there, and he's just a passenger. It gets spat across into the inside wall. Marshals take cover. 3-4 times he goes round. That is a big hit.
We are under safety car. Leader, slow down. We are under safety car. We are under safety car.
Well, Erwan Kreid fortunately okay. Absolutely furious with himself, though. And that's the end of their race, I'm afraid. But as we near the halfway stage, there'll be a lot of drivers getting ready. There's Josh Skelton, ready to take over the lead car from Antoine Dauquin. And Jacques Wolf hands over to Theo Chalal at the Racing Spirit of Le Mans. A real scramble for the pits. There's the leader in, number 37, that blue and silver livery. So Antoine Dauquin, there he is, he's out of the car already. Josh Skelton is climbing in. And if you haven't stopped now, you may have ruined your race as we go back to green flag. So those who stayed out did not get a safety car assistance in their pit stop, and those who went in did, and that may change the balance of power. Now in GT3, down the inside comes the Porsche. They both stayed out, and Nicholas Leutwiler retakes the lead from Rino Mastronardi as they stayed out and came through a clutch of cars that were holding them up. They come in together. Looks like fuel decided when they could come in and when they couldn't. Oh, that's Josh Skelton. Trouble for the pole-sitting Cool Racing number 37 car. What happens here? Well, in front is number 5, Hamza of Vega. That's the Phoenix Racing car that was second. And Josh Skelton loses it under braking, trying to get back past. The team can't believe it. I'm sure he can't either, but he has got the car going again.
Go, go, Josh, go, go, go. You need you to push. We need you to push to catch back safety car.
The safety car and car 25 have now overtaken. I asked those cars to pick up the pace so that I can release the safety car.
25 behind the safety car gets the wave by, and that'll leave Garrett Grist in the red and yellow Team Virage car as our leader.
Grist gonna have to do one more stop like us. He's on the same plane as us.
So that's Garrett Grist, who is currently the race leader behind the safety car for Team Virage. Well, here is our GT3 battle. No dramas there in terms of when they did and didn't stop. And again, the Porsche Zentrum Oberzürichsee Porsche is in front. And with a longer safety car this time, the field bunched up. Leaders having to fight their way through. 71, Garrett Grist for Team Virage. The Canadian is in front at the moment. Lots of slower traffic ahead of him, but he is our race leader. Well, behind Garrett Grist, Theo Chalal, second for the number 25 Spirit of Le Mans. 69, Matt Bell, Cool Racing in third place, but he is behind Sasha Lehmann, the other Team Virage car. And that number 16 machine is a lap down. And that's not going to make life easy for Matt Bell. And there's more drama for DKR.
Drive-through penalty, car 18-18 for a contact with car 3 at T13.
Number 3 DKR car turned around by contact from behind. Meanwhile, Matt Bell shedding a bit of bodywork as he tries to come around Lehmann in the Virage car. The Team Virage driver ignoring the blue flags. He is a lap down. He should be getting out of the way. I'm not sure that he's entirely certain what's going on. The team should tell him, though.
Drive-through on car 16 for not respecting the race director's instructions.
Well, the race director has told him, and he will get a big penalty for that. Julian Andlauer then, the Porsche Junior Pro driver for Porsche Zentrum Ober-Zürichsee by TFT. Race leader in GT3. And Cool Racing watching what's happening behind. Here comes Matt Bell. Down the inside of 25, Theo Shalal. He's struggling in second place. Matt Bell goes through for second. Tommy Foster in the orange and black RLR M Sport car number 15. He goes through for third. Colin Noble is now at the wheel of the number 7 Nielsen car, taking over from Tony Wells, and he goes through for fourth. Oh, and more trouble. And that's Michael Jensen of Denmark in the CD Sport car. And he's looped it around in the final corner.
Full course yellow, full course yellow.
Garrett Grist makes his mandatory second stop, but it's bad news for him.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow removed. Full course yellow removed.
They go green as he is stationary in the pit lane, and that will have cost him. All the rival cars stopped in the full course yellow window, but unfortunately Tim Virage a little late. They had a radio failure. He didn't get the message, didn't come in. And that has cost them a 20-second lead. And that means now that Tommy Foster for RLR M Sport is the leader with just 3 minutes on the clock. Unbelievable. Well, there's been plenty of drama in the race. There is Garrett Grist trying to fight his way back through, but he's got no time left. Number 15, RLR M Sports, Tommy Foster, heading through the chicane for the final time, with the rest of the pack in hot pursuit, but not hot enough. A crazy finish to the season opener. Tommy Foster takes the checker for RLR M Sport. And the Iron Lynx number 8 Ferrari is across the line, but it is not the GT3 leader. RLR M Sport first to the flag in LMP3, and Julian Andlauer brings the number 2 car, the Porsche Zentrum Ober-Zürichsee by TFT 911, out of the final corner and claims the win. It's the first Michelin Le Mans Cup win for RLR M Sport since the 2019 season finale in Portimao, and our GT3 winners come home in 10th overall. It's been nearly 6 months since the last Michelin Le Mans Cup race, and the pent-up excitement got to almost everybody, including our winner.
I didn't even know on the last lap because I was passing a GT car. I thought we still had one more lap. That last few laps was so stressful because, you know, the full course yellow came out. We were going to box before that. Then the latest decision possible, we opted to stay out, and it worked perfectly for us. I'm the happiest man on earth right now.
Third place went to the 22 United car of Gerald Kraut and Scott Andrews. Rob Hodes and Garrett Grist teamed up with Team Virage for second, but Mike Benham and Tommy Foster claims victory for RLR M Sport. After the opening round, it's a 1-2 for United Autosports in the championship though. Race winners RLR M Sport aren't a full season entry, so they don't score points, and Team Virage dropped to 4th place. A post-race penalty for not respecting the minimum time in their second pit stop takes them out of the championship lead.
It was like a roller coaster for us. We were always switching from P1 to P2. There were a great fight from Mastronardi and Nicky in the beginning of the race, and he did very well to take the lead at the end of this stint. So I was just able to come back to the front for my stint and then try to keep a good pace.
Third in GT3 were Ken Arbe and Matteo Cressoni for AF Corsa in the 51 car. Runners-up Rino Mastronardi and Paolo Ruberti, and our winners Nicholas Leutweiler and Julian Andlauer. And that means Porsche Zentrum Ober-Zürichsee by TFT have the championship lead ahead of the number 8 Iron Lynx car and the 51 from AF Corsa. The next race for the Michelin Le Mans Cup will be at Le Castellet, the Circuit Paul Ricard in the south of France on the 5th of June. We will see you then.